Hi, welcome to History of Art A-Level. My name's Sarah Phillips and I'm Head of Department. I work with Dan Greeny and the two of us teach all students in both years. So we're very much looking forward to working with you and just wanted to tell you a little bit about this course. This subject will be a revelation to you. Whether you're an artist, a historian, a linguist, or a scientist, the course will be inspiring and informative. It's a story about the people and places that have shaped the world we live in. It's a beacon to originality and creativity, to protest and pragmatism, to context and culture. It's not a subject that any of you have studied before, but please don't let that put you off. Our students genuinely love this course, and you should listen to the testimonials from Alice and Tom on this website to hear about the course in their own words. I'm going to take a few moments to explain what an art historian does and how we teach and learn both in the classroom at Godalming College and at home. We look at paintings over time and across the world. It's not a question of whether you like them, and I need to tell you that this is not a lightweight art appreciation course. We will expect you to work hard, think hard, and contribute to our ongoing discussions in which your opinion, with your carefully collated evidence, is absolutely essential. On the screen in front of you, you have paintings by Chris Phillips, top left, a Black British artist working here in 1998. Then Matisse, who revolutionized the way we see detail in art in Paris 100 years earlier. Picasso used art to challenge the atrocities of war, and Titian, top right, to affirm the ideals of the Italian woman as seen in the 16th century. Masaccio, bottom left, introduced the concept of perspective on a 2D surface, an utterly extraordinary achievement from an artist who died at the age of 28, but changed the way we have looked at painting ever since. Elizabeth Vigée-Lebrun was a rare woman artist in the late 18th century, and we will look at how the environment and training opportunities for artists change over time. The History of Art A-Level also covers architecture. Again, we will study key buildings across time and place. Zaha Hadid's Cultural Centre in Azerbaijan challenges the possibilities of materials and loads in the 21st century. And although a massive contrast to the Parthenon, seen here second at the top, which was built in 5th century BC Athens, both subscribed to ideas of national identity and were radical in their own time about harmony and aesthetics. Both architects too were in the employ of their financiers or patrons, and we need to investigate the impact of that role on their societies. The same questions can be asked of the Süleymaniye Mosque, built in Istanbul, then known as Constantinople, by Mimar Sinan for the 10th Ottoman Sultan. In India, top right, the Golden Fort shows characteristics of military or defensive architecture, while the commercial skyscraper at 30 St Mary's Axe, also known as the Gherkin, challenges conventions and reinforced Norman Foster's reputation as a starchitect. In Singapore, Thomas Heatherwick's Learning Hub brings passive ventilation and sustainable concerns to the fore. In sculpture, we will look at the importance of materials and methods and their impact on meaning and message. Expect practical homeworks as well as written ones in this subject. You absolutely don't need to be an artist, but we'd like to make sure that your learning is both fun and memorable. Sculpture has changed hugely over the centuries, and by the end of your first term on this course, you'll be able to pick your Donatello from your Della. I just want to tell you a little bit about the exam before I finish. The first part is visual analysis. Rather like an unseen in an English poetry exam, you will be asked to comment on and interpret elements of painting, sculpture, and architecture. This is a fabulous life skill, which will mean that you can identify the date, design, and details of any work, anywhere. But again, I'd say we don't expect you to have any of that when you start. Those are the skills and the knowledge that we're going to give you on this 2-year course. You'll also study 2 specific themes in art. We've chosen at college to look at war and identities, and you should watch Dan's explanation of the war module in his video to get a better idea of how we approach this. At the moment, we both teach all students in both years, which means you have a solid and sturdy source of support wherever and whenever you need it. In your second year, you'll go on to explore 2 specific historical periods in depth. Our emails are here. Please don't hesitate to message us with any queries. We'd love to help and are really looking forward to working with you. Cheers.